Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings, and we generally like to talk a load of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general. And in this video, we're going to be continuing our countdown of our top 100 board games of all time. This is number 30 down to 21. So we've gone past all the chaff, all the games in the 70s and 60s that people generally think like the shitty end of the stick when you're looking at top 100s. But now we're moving into the fantastic super duper games. So if your wonderful Euro, Ameritrash, Grail game thing ain't on this list, then that's because you like different games to me, right? So let's cut all the bullshit and crack on with this list. Bollocks. So number 30 on this list is another dexterity game called Clask or Clask. This is like air hockey without the air, and what you'll be doing, you'll be getting these little paddle things. They'll have magnets on them. You'll stick one on top and one under the board, and you'll be able to move it around. You'll be trying to knock the ball into your opponent's goal without sticking your stick into your hole. Okay, sounded dodgy, doesn't it? You'll also have these little nugget things on the board, and if they attach themselves to you, then your opponent will get a point, and the first to get 6 points will be the winner of Clask, right? This is a super dexterity game. Some people criticise it for being able to work out the different angles, but then I'm completely and utter crap at that. I'm no good at snooker or pool or anything like that. So that is the beauty of the game for me, is trying to figure out the best angles. I don't know anybody that doesn't love this game. It took the world by storm. A bloke built it in his shed in Sweden or Denmark or somewhere, and it's now played the world over. So yeah, it's cheap, it's cheerful, and we love it. It's Clask, it's 2 players. It's a 4-player version, but don't bother with that because it sucks. Get the 2-player version and you'll have a real good time with this one. Number 29 on this list is a game by Eric M. Lang before he lost his marbles. It's Arcadia Quest. This is from the golden era of Eric Lang games. This game contains loads of chibi miniatures, and you'll be equipping them with loads of weapons and spells and all that sort of thing, and you'll be going around a map trying to fulfill the objectives in the scenario book. Not only that, but one of the objectives is to beat the fuck out of your opponents, right? Your mates. So you'll be wandering around the map trying to cut the nuts off of your best mates. The rules are dead simple. It's not really very complicated at all. There's a few muddy rules with line of sight and all that, as with all of these sort of skirmish games. But yeah, Arcadia Quest got some of the best components I've ever seen in board game. The miniatures are absolutely amazing. Loads of people go and paint these. I can't do that because my hands just aren't steady enough for that sort of thing. But yeah, a simple skirmish game that we love a lot. There's loads of expansions. You've got the Inferno expansion. Is there one called Beyond the Grave or something? And you've got Star Arcadia Quest, the Pets expansion for all this sort of thing. And you can also get the old Masmora game and play with the Arcadia Quest miniatures out of that one. I think that's why most people bought the Masmora set, yeah, because the game itself is shit. So yeah, Arcadia Quest, one of Eric Lang's best games, and yeah, we love it. Number 28 on this list is a game that we credit for kickstarting the Kickstarter revolution in a sort of roundabout way. The Siphon Kingdom, Death Monster, yeah, and Zombicide. Okay, we're talking bollocks. It's Scythe, yeah. This game was kickstarted by Jamie Stegmaier. It features these mech miniatures, right? You'll be going around the map trying to drop off your workers to bring back resources like wheat and food and all that crap. You'll be having encounters. You'll be drawing encounter cards, and you'll be given a choice of what you want to do. You can either be a complete and utter bastard, or you could be a nice tree-hugging, unicorn-riding hippie. Some people criticise Scythe for not having too much combat, but really the mechs are there more to transport your stuff around and to act as a deterrent, like a big fuck off nuclear weapon. So Scythe's got some of the best artwork we've ever seen. The way that the art complements the feel of the game is really, really good. And there's loads and loads of expansions for this. There's the Invaders from Afar, which brings in some extra factions. You've got the Wind Gambit expansion, which adds these big bloody airships that'll be floating around. And you've also got this Legacy expansion called The Rise of Fenris, which we haven't played with because we generally can't get Legacy games to the table. Our game group changes from week to week, so that adds a modular Legacy element to Scythe. Yeah, you've also got the modular board, which ramps things up even more, and it's just a wonderful game. Yeah, if you haven't played Scythe, then really, what are you playing board games for? Number 27 on this list is Lords of Vegas. What this sees you doing, you'll be drawing a card. It will tell you which casino you have bought. That sounds really crap, doesn't it? Because it means that you ain't got no choice in where you build. But you'll be trying to manipulate other people's plots. You'll be enticing your mates to come and gamble at your casino so they can blow all their money and give it to you. There's also an expansion for this called Las Vegas Up, which allows an extra player, and you'll also be able to build up, funny old thing, and build multi-story complexes. We love Lords of Vegas. It's a dice chucking Euro game that excels in almost every department. It does look a bit poo, and towards the end you can feel like when the plots are becoming thinner and thinner on the ground that your choices are limited, but that's a minor gripe because Lords of Vegas is a wonderful casino style Las Vegas simulator in a sense. It's not really anything else like this. I suppose Chinatown could be regarded as one of the closest games to this, but Lords of Vegas, there's loads and loads of choices, loads and loads of opportunities to screw your mates over. So yeah, go out and get it. If you ain't got it, go and get it now. So number 26 on this list is a voting game called Tammany Hall. You'll be trying to take control of electoral wards in New York, and you'll be trying to boot your mates out of the wards that you want to take over, right? So this is basically sort of like an area control game, but you'll be trying to gain electors also by trying to influence different important figures in the politics of the area. This game went out of print for quite a while, but it came back and we swooped on it because we'd heard great things about it, and it doesn't disappoint at all. It's cutthroat. There's a million things going on. You've got to look ahead in this game. It's no good just focusing on the here and now. You've got to think ahead about where the elections are going and which wards are going to be the most lucrative. So yeah, it's just a bog standard Euro game with little wooden tokens and cubes and all that crap. The way this game sort of opens up in the later rounds but also closes itself off to new opportunities is a really novel twist on the area control Euro game thing. Number 25 on this list is one of Matt Gert's best games, not his best game, but one of his best games. It's Imperial. This sees you taking the role of investors in different empires. You might want to invest your dosh in the British Empire. You might want to invest it in the Russian Empire. You'll be buying bonds to invest in different countries' industry and military and navy, and you'll be hoping that empire excels and you get a return on your investments. The trick with Imperial is to gauge how quickly the empire is going to go into decline and get out before it implodes, right, and leave the shit to someone else. This is a rondel game, so you'll be moving a token around the rondel and you'll be taking actions based off of that. It does feel a little bit stuffy these days. I suppose it could do with a bit of a refresh, but then, you know, I've always expected Matt Gert's games to smell like an old person's armchair. Yeah, we can forgive it for that. So Imperial, a fantastic game that works really well, probably best at 6 players with a full player count. Yeah, so it's very rare that games work at those player counts. So yeah, if you're after a 6 player sort of economic area control Euro game, I know if you hate Euro games, then you're going to be throwing your slippers at the screen right now, but I don't make no excuses for the games that I like, so if you don't like it, tough shit, innit? Number 24 on this list is another game by Jamie Stegmaier. It's about making wine, right? It's called Viticulture. This game will see you move through the seasons from spring all the way through the winter, and you'll be trying to make the best quality wine. You'll be inviting visitors into your winery. You'll be buying and selling different vines, right? There's just so much to do in this game. It's a worker placement game, essentially. You'll be putting your workers out on a board and taking different actions. It's a sort of a bog standard worker placement game. This represented a move away from this is what you're going to get, deal with it sort of thing, because Viticulture was one of the first games that changed as time went on. You started off with the basic Viticulture, then you had the Tuscany expansion, then it made the Viticulture Essentials Edition, and then the Tuscany Essentials Edition to make a probably perfect worker placement game. Yeah, again, the artwork on this is absolutely fantastic. The component quality is absolutely brilliant, and it don't last that long, and it also plays with 6 players. So yeah, it's just a well-rounded, finely honed worker placement game, right? Number 23 on this list is a very strange dexterity game from Korea. It's called Coconuts, or Crazy Coconuts if you get it in another iteration, right? But essentially what you'll be doing, you'll be getting this plastic monkey with spring-loaded hands. You'll be putting a coconut into its hands and you'll be pinging the coconut, hoping that you can get it into one of the scoring cups, right? Then you'll take the scoring cup and you'll place it on your player mat, and if you can make a pyramid of cups, then you will win the game, right? We've had this for donkey's years. It came out about 10 years ago. We've been playing it ever since. There's a Coconuts Duo expansion you can get, which allows you to combine the 2 sets for a huge game of coconuts. It's just fun to see people pinging these coconuts all over the place. Even my kids love this game. They love playing this game. There's something cute about the monkeys, there's something cute about the coconuts, and there's something really fun about trying to get the coconuts into the right cup at the right time and even target the other players' pyramid of cups to make sure that they lose. Yeah, so we love coconuts. One downer is it's easy to mistake the rubber coconuts with rabbit shit. It shouldn't be a mistake that you make. So number 22 on this list is a game that probably occupies the number 1 slot on most people's list. It's Twilight Imperium 4th edition or 3rd edition. We don't really give a toss which one we play. In this game, you're taking the role of one of, is it 18 factions or something? And you'll be doing the box standard thing. You'll be trying to take control of Mechatol Rex and exert your influence in the form of victory points throughout the galaxy. You'll be doing this by developing technology. You'll be doing this by capturing planets that will give you political votes and also loads of resources. And you'll be going to war with your Death Star, War Sun, and you'll be trying to kick the shit out of your mates. Yeah, this is a long game. Not as long as it used to be. The 3rd edition did feel a little bit longer than the 4th edition because they streamlined it down. I'm not sure which one I prefer. Don't really care these days. I just play any one, like I've already said. But the sheer depth and length and width of this game makes it another one of those event games that you need to set aside maybe a whole weekend to play. Yeah, if you want to play the full game. Do you need to play this for 6 players? A lot of people say it works with 4 or 5. Well, it does, but I prefer playing it with 6. You need to play it with a full complement of players, and that is difficult to get to the table, right? It's very difficult to find 6 people that want to spend maybe 10 to 12 hours playing this at a pace that lets you think. So yeah, that's one of the downers about Twilight Imperium. But if you can get over that massive hurdle, then this is going to be one of the most rewarding experiences that you can get on a tabletop today. Yes, so Twilight Imperium, fantastic, awesome, epic event game. So number 21 on this list is a game that is either called Orleans or Orleans or Orleans or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is another sort of Euro. It's a bag building Euro, and you'll be putting these different types of workers into your bag. You'll be drawing them out and you'll be placing them out onto your player mat, and then you'll be sending them out into the world, maybe putting them out onto the road to go and get you a bit of cheese, or depending on what you'll be sticking them at building stations, you'll be sending scholars to research science, and you'll be sending fishermen out to get fish, right? Very novel game. If you get the deluxe components, they substitute the cardboard chits for some really nice wooden discs. That sounds very good, does it? There's buildings that you can get all of that will enhance your strategy, and yeah, it's one of the best bag building games out there. Love the artwork on this. It's got that real sort of pre-caffeine medieval artwork, and yeah, it's just a wonderful Euro game. Yeah, it's not going to excite the Europhobes out there like a lot of the games on this list, and I'm not going to apologise for that, like I've already said. But yeah, it's Orleans, wonderful Euro game that really does tickle my nuts. So there you go, that's the next instalment of our top 100 board games of all time. After this one, I think we're going back into the top 20. Yeah, we're going to be in the top 20. So this is where things start heating up. This is where things get really exciting, and this is where I'll start to wet myself. So yeah, come back next time for the start of the top 20, and plan is to conclude this on Christmas Day as a Christmas present from me directly to you. If you ain't subscribed to this channel, why the fuck not? Hit the like button, comment, bollocks and all that crap. I'll see you in the next video.